Sterling High School, Channel 19, winner of the National Emmy Award for the Best Live Game Broadcast.
You're watching Sterling High School, Channel 19, serving Hynella, Laurel Springs, Magnolia, Summerdale, and Stratford.
For the first time since 1971, Sterling is South Jersey champ.
Went on to become the New Jersey Tournament of Champions winner. South Jersey's never won it before. So the Sterling Lady Knights and that string think South Jersey is well represented now.
Sterling is going to the championship game.
Looks like he's fouled there. Put up a desperation shot, and there he goes. It's good! It's good!
Well, you know what they say, there's no place like home for the holidays, as we are back here at the Castle getting ready for some boys basketball between your Sterling Silver Knights and the Cherokee Chiefs. We apologize for the wrong graphic there, and we're just getting ready around here. There's about 2 minutes left on the clock as these two teams very excited to go against each other. Pretty similar teams in terms of the record style. So we're just getting ready here, very excited to get this one started for you folks. If we take a look at some of the recent games for these two teams, Sterling is 2-0 in regular play. They beat Audubon 54-50. Zion Arnett had 20 points, Julian Johnson had 14 points and 7 rebounds. And then they beat West Stepford 81-51, where Schmid had 18 points, Zion had 15 points, and Josh Borsch had 15 points as well. Then they lost this weekend to Cherry Hill West, where they lost by 13, 60-47 in an invitational. Travis Schmid had 15 points, Julian Johnson had 14 points, and Josh Bortz had 10 points. And then in Cherry Hill West, Quinn Gibson had 28 points. Now on the other side of the table, as we take a look at the Cherokee Chiefs' recent games this year, they lost to Cherry Hill West in their first game of the year. Judd Holt had 21 points, and Louis Galasso had 13. And then on the Cherry Hill West side of things, Carter Gill had 19 points, and Quinn Gibson had 19 points and 13 rebounds. And then in the Invitational this past weekend, they beat Gloucester Catholic 70-52. Judd Holt had 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists for the triple-double. Louis Galasso had 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. And then Darwin Walker II had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. So coming at you live here as we take a look at some of the boys just getting ready, as we're about to do the intros and the anthem as follows. Thank you all for tuning in here 2 days, or 1 day before Christmas Eve, 2 days before Christmas, just entering the holiday season on this 23rd as we take a look at the standings for both of these teams. Sterling Knights 2-1, 1-0 in the division. Cherokee Chiefs 1-1, 0-0 in the division. A little bit of a technical difficulty to start, but we're back. Last year, Haddonfield Bulldogs were 25-1, 10-0 in the division. Sterling was 11-12, 7-3 in the division. Haddon Heights 14-10, 6-4 in the division. Paulsboro 10-12 overall, 4-6 in the division. And then it was Haddon Township and West Deptford. As we look at the Olympic American standings, Lenape Indians were 28-4, 8-0 in the division. The Eastern Vikings were 26-5, 6-2 in the division. Cherokee Chiefs 18-12, 3-5 in the division. Cherry Hill East, and then Rancocas Valley. But this year, a little bit different, though, where Sterling is on top of the division. 2-0 overall, 1-0 in the division. Haddonfield right under them, 2-0, 1-0. Then it's Paulsboro at 2-1, West Deptford at 1-1, the Woodbury Thundering Herd at 1-2, and then Haddon Heights at the bottom at 1-1. And then this year in the Olympic American, Cherry Hill East on top, 2-0 in the division, 2-0 overall, 1-0 in the division. Eastern Vikings are 1-1 overall, 1-0 in the division. Rancocas Valley 1-2 overall, 0-1 in the division. And then it's the Cherokee Chiefs at 0-1 overall and 0-0. So taking a look, comparing these two teams, the yellow highlighted players are the players that graduated last year. Last year, Sterling was 11-12. Second in the Colonial Liberty. Offense averaged 53 points per game, while defense led up 58. Walt Garrison was the leading scorer, along with junior, now senior, Julian Johnson. And then Zion Arnett averaged 9 points, and then the Gooner, Travis Schmidt, averaged 8. And on the Cherokee side of things, they were 18-12, third in the Olympic American. Offense had 47 points per game, while defense only allowed 43. Judd Holt, who was the leading scorer now, averaged 12 points per game. Keyshawn Sellers, who was a senior last year, had 11 points, and then Louis Galasso at 9, and Will Carr with 9. So I'm going to step aside for just one moment, and we're going to introduce the players here on the Sterling Knights basketball team.
Marcus Johnson, junior, forward, Summerdale.
Travis Schmid, senior, forward, Laurel Springs. Jace Camarda, senior, guard, Stratford.
Casey Kozaneski, senior, forward, Stratford.
Julian Johnson, senior, guard, Summerdale.
Quentin Rosano, senior, forward, Stratford.
Zion Arnett, senior, guard, Summerdale.
Mari Key, senior, point guard, Summerdale.
Joshua Bush, junior, forward, Magnolia.
Salim Jones, junior, guard, Lindenwold.
Julian Tummings, senior, point guard, Magnolia.
So taking a look at the game history, since 2007, these teams have played only one time in 2019, and Cherokee won that game at a final score of 70-45. Keys to the game for Sterling, and in all caps, this Christmas on their wish list, they do not want to turn that ball over. According to Coach Barrett, this Saturday they had around 20 turnovers, and that was just something that was detrimental to the Sterling team. As we take a look at the starters this year, all seniors except for one, Zion Arnett, number 1, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zion Arnett, Travis Schmidt, Joshua Borsch, the only junior, 6'4", at the center position, and then Julian Johnson, and then Jason Camardo. And taking a look at the Cherokee starters, Darwin Walker Jr., number 1, Louis Galasso, number 2, Tony Fuchsia at the 4, and then it's Judd Holt, number 12, and then it's Chris Walters, the sophomore, number 31. As we take a look at some of the player introductions, there is Julian Johnson, this year having himself a good start to the season, averaging 11 points per game, 21 total points. And we're going to take a quiet moment for a sec and take a listen in to Mr. Kierzanowski on the PA announcer.
At guard, lightweight, senior number 4, Jason Camardo. At guard, 6-foot senior number 1, Zion Arnett. And forward, 6'4", junior number 5, Joshua Bush. The Silver Knights are coached by Justin Barrington, assisted by C.J. Barrington.
So a really good start to the season for the Knights. Other than an invitational loss to Cherry Hill West, they've had a great 2 games, one against Audubon, one against West Deptford. The leading point scorer this year is Zion Arnett. As we take a look at Coach Barringer, and he definitely wants to win before the holidays roll around. A good opponent, the Cherokee Chiefs, who have done a really good job this season. Judd Holt leading the way. The 2 comparable opponents for this team is Cherry Hill West, where they both lost. The Cherokee Chiefs lost by 11, while Sterling lost by 13. Judd Holt had 21 in the loss. And then there is Eric Cassidy leading this Cherokee Chiefs team to victory this year. Starting off a little slow in normal play, 0-1. They lost to Cherry Hill West, as I just mentioned. Gave up 19 points each to Carter Gill and Quinn Gibson. But they're looking to rebound here against a Knights team that plays in a little bit of a weaker division. So thank you all for tuning in here for this Holiday Festival basketball game. I'm Daniel Leake, joined by Max Zubak as we're getting ready for the tip-off, and Sterling gets the opening possession. Julian Johnson now moving at the point here. Gets it over to Zion Arnett, who swings it back looking for Schmid. Schmid gets it stolen away there by Judd Holt. Holt trying to advance up. He's looking for Darwin Walker. Walker peels back, and they get it back up to Holt. Early takeaway there for Judd Holt as he gets it over to Fuchsia. He dribbles in with Camardo in his face. Judd Holt gets the ball back. Nice screen there by Walker. Holt swings it out to Walters. Walters back to Fuchsia. Fuchsia gets it back to Walker. He gets over to Galasso. Galasso moving his way around, gets it to Walters, and back to Holt. Moving it around the top here, just around the three-point line. Not a lot of stuff inside just yet. But now taking it inside is Fuchsia. He just misses, and Sterling gets the rebound. So good ball movement by the Chiefs so far. Sterling back on the offensive. Johnson to Camardo, back to Schmid, back to Camardo. Goodness gracious. Camardo to Arnett. Back over to Camardo. Thought shoot, but he's going to pass. Arnett with Holt in his face, trying to move towards the basket, out to Camardo. Camardo for three, just misses the net. This one goes back over to Holt. He's progressing up with Johnson in his face. He makes his way past Johnson, tries to pass it underneath. Nice steal away there by Zion Arnett. Now moving is Arnett. He gets it over to Camardo. Camardo doesn't shoot. Back out to Schmid. Schmid for three, just misses once again. Corner has some bad voodoo so far there for the Knights as they're 0 for 2 on their first 2 3-point attempts. But now moving around is Cherokee. They go underneath. Walker with a little pull-up. He gets it home. Nice shot there by Darwin Walker Jr., the forward, who stands at 6'3". And the first 2 points of the game there for the Chiefs.
There's been a lot of good passing from both sides. The only downside has been obviously that corner closest to us.
Three shot by Zion Arnett does not go in. Walker gets the rebound. He's trying to advance up Judd Holt. Pass just a little bit too aggressive. This one gets off of Julian Johnson, back out to Walker. Walker in the paint, gets it over to Walters. Walters taking it up and getting it home. 4-point lead so far for the Chiefs. Nice passing there. And Sterling now back on the offensive.
They found that first opening, and they're going to try and keep on rolling with it. As when you got Walters there, he's going to be able to push through. He's just got that size. Not going to be able to beat a moving wall like that, especially in the paint. He's going to score over you every time.
A lot of bigger players on this Cherokee team. Chris Walters and Darwin Walker especially. Darwin Walker committed to Princeton football. He stands at 6'3". He's the only senior on this Cherokee team. Borsch now at the top, gets it over to Johnson. Johnson with the screen from Borsch. Borsch tries to cut back underneath. Johnson goes. He gets it blocked. It's going to stay in favor of Sterling.
Take a look again at this. It's a bit of a pass. Goes off of Johnson. Passed out. Realizes he can't do much. Kind of collapses in on him. Pass it up to the top of the key where Walters just dominates through. Basically a free two there.
Yeah, it's like a freight train cutting through the middle. Johnson gets it underneath to Zion Arnett. Zion Arnett puts it up and gets it in for the first 2 points for the Sterling Knights. The 18 points per game score gets them started. Sterling now only down by 2. So Camardo guarding Fuchsia at the top. He gets it out to Galasso. Galasso cutting in, stops, passes over to Walker. Walker dribbles towards the top, gets it over to Walters, blocked by Zion Arnett, but then he gets his rebound and puts it in. Johnson now moving up. Gets it over to Borsch. Borsch back over to Johnson. Johnson with Fuchsia on his back, gets over to Borsch, and then back to Johnson once again. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in quarter number 1. This one gets back over to Schmid. Schmid for three. Bang! Travis Schmid lets out the goon. Sterling only down by 1.
Much better ball movement towards the back half of this first quarter. They've gotten a lot of flow after that first turnover. They realize how careful they're going to have to be against this type of team that the Cherokee has.
Can't let number 2 open, or he's going to make you pay, especially around that three-point line, but he's matched up now against Darwin Walker. A considerable height difference between the two. Judd Holt trying to bounce towards Mill, gets it out to Fuchsia, back out to Judd Holt. Judd Holt for his own three. That one won't go. He gets his own rebound. Now cutting towards the lane, can't get it to go. Rebound Josh Borsch. Julian Johnson now gets it over to Camardo. Camardo slows it down. Switches places with Josh Borsch. Zion Arnett now going against Walker. Gets it out to Borsch. Borsch now cutting through the middle. Takes a step back, back out to Zion Arnett. Good action on both sides of the ball for both of these teams so far. Sterling only down by 1. Nice three-pointer from Schmid and a nice 2 from Zion Arnett. Arnett gets it out to Johnson. Johnson backs up, waiting for the commands. Jeremiah Shields looking to check into this game here for the Cherokee Chiefs. Johnson. The screen from Schmid just takes the three himself. That one goes off the front rim. Rebound there by the Chiefs. Chiefs now moving up. It's going to be Fuchsia. Fuchsia back out to Galasso. Galasso at the top. He bangs it in. automatic there by Luis Galasso. It's a 4-point lead once again for the Cherokee Chiefs. So now Camardo out to Johnson, back to Camardo. Gets it over to Zion Arnett. Arnett to Schmid. Schmid trying to cut towards the basket. Bobbles it a little bit, but hits the nice pull-up too. Closing the gap to 7. Or excuse me, to 2.
Schmid's been very good. Already had himself 5 of the 7 points for the Sterling Knights. And very consistent with that shot. You can't leave him open really anywhere.
Yeah. Schmid is a nice all around the court for Sterling. Knocked down there is Holt. The three-pointer doesn't go. Whistle's blown, says they go out of bounds there. It's going to be Sterling ball. Julian Johnson checking in this game here for Jason Camardo. There's the Travis Schmid pull-up midi there for Travis Schmid. Excuse me, I meant to say Julian Tummings checking in this game now for Jason Camardo. Has a nice mid-range shot, very scrappy defender. Didn't see him a lot on the varsity side of the ball last year. Kind of got overshadowed by Walt Garrison because they're very similar players, but now we're going to see him in action here against the Chiefs. He's also a runner, runs our 4x4 here at Sterling. Very talented track star, but does it all over the place on the court. This one gets back out to Borsch. Borsch going one-on-one here with Fuchsia. Gets it back out to Johnson. Johnson now dribbling towards the lane. He takes a shot. Foul called, and it's going to be in favor of Cherokee. Nice charging foul there. Great play by Darwin Walker as we're going to take a look at the replay.
Take a look again. It's a good pass at the top for Julian Johnson. He tries to move in. He knows if he falls, it's a charging. It's a good amount of game IQ to make that happen. It gives Cherokee the ball right back.
The big man in the middle, Darwin Walker, putting his body on the line for the team right there. Sets his feet quite nicely, falls back, and just a great play all around by Walker. So Johnny Comito now taking this one up for Cherokee. One of the subs going up here against Julian Tummings. Arnett, Galasso. Back to Comito. Out to Walker. Back out to Galasso. Galasso looking underneath, but passes it up top for Holt. Holt driving towards the lane, blocked there by Schmid, and now is Zion Arnett moving in transition. Great play there by Darwin Walker Jr. Now moving up and gets it back out to Holt. Three-pointer just misses. Great pass there by Shields, but he just couldn't get all of it. Foul called there on Cherokee.
So you had another turnover in this first quarter. Obviously, you know, the one thing that they had said they wanted to evade was turnovers, and they've already had a couple here in the first quarter. They've made a lot less mistakes than expected with the All Caps, but it's still, you know, something you got to keep track of. Have hyper awareness if you want to get around without dropping the ball as much as you did in recent games.
So a relatively quick quarter here as Travis Schmid rips a three, just hits it off the backboard. This one stolen away by Darwin Walker. He's cutting towards the lane, passes it up for Galasso, and he gets the and one. Nice play there by Luis Galasso and a nice pass by Walker. And this Cherokee Chiefs lead increases to 4.
It was a great grab by Walker, and then a good assist and a good drawn foul. All around just good counterattacking play by the Cherokee Chiefs there.
Walker, again, stands at 6'3", but moves quite quickly. It's Luis Galasso now at the line. 13 points per game last year as a sophomore, now in his junior year. And 13 this year as well. And he gets it. So he gets the three-point play as the sub-in comes in for the Cherokee Chiefs. Cooper Birdie checking in this game for Galasso. So now Julian Johnson cutting up the court, running the point here for the Sterling team, gets it out to Borsch. A relatively quick quarter between these two teams. Not a lot of stoppages, not a lot of fouls either. Only 3 on each, or 3 total. 2 on the Knights, 1 on Cherokee. So now Johnson gets it out to Zion Arnett. 10 seconds read on the clock. He gets it back out to Johnson. Johnson pulls it from 3, and he gets it. Nothing but net there from Johnson. Shortening this lead to 2 before the quarter ends. A shot taken from around half court, and it just misses. We're going to take a look at that replay. Great passing.
It was a good move to a Zion, and then right at the top of the key, Johnson takes a 3.
We're going to take a look at Kevin Schulz' house, shining bright for the holidays. Happy holidays to all as we're going to go quickly to break.
Douglas. Here. Brody. Here. Joshua. Joshua. Joshua.
I don't think he signed up for flex time.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, I'm too late.
So there is Mr. Schulz's house, his teacher here at Sterling, also one of our Sterling Channel 19 announcers. You can go visit his house in Hynella for another week or so. Wishing everyone a happy holidays here from Sterling TV 19, as there is a gingerbread. Pretty fitting for the occasion this week. Christmas Eve tomorrow, Christmas on Wednesday. So this is our little holiday extravaganza here at Sterling between the Knights and the Cherokee Chiefs, as this one gets out to Galasso. Galasso for an early three and knocks it down. Automatic by Galasso so far. Cherokee 5-point lead. This one out to Johnson. Johnson trying to answer with one of his own, and he does! Number 3 for 3, and back-to-back threes to open up this second quarter.
Hasn't even been 30 seconds. I mean, keep on shooting threes. This has been a very entertaining start. I wasn't ready for it. I was not ready.
So this one, Birdie gets it out to Walker. Walker back out to Galasso, but they say he travels. So now Sterling gets some possession.
You take a look. Again, what happened here is an amazing three right in the face of Darwin Walker Jr.
So now Jason Camardo, say his name a lot in soccer, but here on the basketball court now, playing the point here for Sterling. Johnson takes a step back, calls for the screen here from Josh. He sets it back out to Zion Arnett. Zion Arnett cutting into the lane for the midi. Can't knock it down. Rebound there by Walters. Now moving up the court as Galasso gets it out to Holt. Now looking towards the inside for Walters. A nice move, but he couldn't finish. And Zion Arnett gets the rebound. Josh Borsch now cutting into the lane. Stops at the three-point line. Borsch looking around, finds Jones. Jones to Camardo. Camardo slowing up the pace of the game now. Waiting for the play by Coach Behringer, trying to execute, and gets it over to Zion Arnett. Johnson cuts underneath, sets the screen. Josh Borsch looking for the three, cuts back. Doesn't take the shot, gets it over towards Camardo. Camardo now going back up to the point. Good ball movement here by the Knights as Zion Arnett finally takes the shot, hits off the front rim and out. So now Judd Holt moving up. Holt cutting through, gets it over to Comito, who looks inside for Walters, and Walters finishes. Nice pass there by Birdie. And an early timeout here by the Cherokee Chiefs as they hold the 4-point lead.
You take a look at this counterattack once again. It goes to Holt first, gets it to the wing, and finds him right there. Walters wide open in the paint. You can't let someone his size that open. He's going to get another 3-2. Great ball movement.
So there is Darwin Walker the first, who is a former Eagles player, played in the NFL for 9 seasons. So he takes a look at our announcer's booth. Gives me a little fist bump right there. He was an Eagles player for 7 of his 9 seasons. Also got traded to the Bills and the Bears, but said he bleeds green for the most part. His son is Darwin Walker Jr., the forward for the Cherokee Chiefs, who is committed to Princeton University to play corner. So very smart in the classroom and also outside of the classroom. There is his son, Darwin Walker. Again, going to Princeton to play football. Plays a nickel corner kind of Cooper DeJean role for that Princeton team is what Mr. Walker says they think they will do with him. So very flexible, but also is quite a good basketball player as we've seen so far. The only senior on this Cherokee basketball team. Plays that forward spot, stands at 6'3", as now Zion Arnett gets double teamed at the top, gets it over to Julian Johnson. And timeout called there by Coach Behringer. Zion Arnett a little frustrated as he got the pass off to Julian Johnson, but he looked like he wasn't going to get out of that one. But you guys can't get out of our Twitter promos here at Sterling Channel 19, where we have live updates of all the games and, of course, all the fun and exciting things that happen here around the castle. So make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter or X at Sterling TV 19. The Knights crowd this afternoon. The 1 o'clock start got a lot of the kids out and a lot of the students out as well. Happy to bring you guys our holiday basketball game. There are some of the girls' basketball team. Maddie Sims, Lexi Kuhn, Paris Logan alike. Macy Fox also there as well. So just around the holiday season, things getting all jolly and bright. There is state championship, also Coach of the Year, Coach Marley's. So good crowd today for this 1 p.m. basketball game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot more convenient the time than some of the later games.
Especially with school being out. You wouldn't expect a lot of people to come out, but or
People
come
get
back to
extra
school.
rest.
Yeah. Nice defense there by Galasso, but he could not get the ball back. Great hustle there by Johnson. Borsch with the nice handles against Walker. This one gets back out to Salim Jones. Looks to shoot, but passes instead. Gets it back over to Camardo. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson with the hot hand. Rips the three, but he cannot get it down. Josh Borsch with the rebound. Back out to Salim Jones. Salim Jones tries for three, and he knocks it down. Nothing but net there for Salim Jones. This is a 1-point game once again.
He has got zero fear when he gets to the three-point line. Very good on his part. Nice ball movement to get it around. Takes a risky shot, but still semi-open. It's just enough.
Holt looking to knock it down. He could not. Zion Arnett with the rebound. This one gets back out to Borsch. Borsch trying to move into the lane. Johnson fumbles the ball. It'll go back to Cherokee possession. Taking another look at this three-pointer from Jones. Jones, a player who played all JV minutes last year, didn't even touch the floor on varsity. And now against this Cherokee Chiefs team, a very confident three-pointer for the young man who's only a junior. Wow, nothing but net there from Jones.
Total nylon.
So Tumming's back into the game here for the Knights. Good ball movement here by the Chiefs as it gets back over to Birdie. This one cuts backing inside. A nice pass there where it's a cutting Fuchsia. It's a three-point lead once again for the Chiefs. Nice little backdoor cut there. Great awareness by the Cherokee Chiefs. Great chemistry. This one goes back out to Camardo, looking to shoot, but doesn't. Gets it over to Julian Johnson. Johnson with the hot hand for the Sterling team so far, has the majority of their points. Tummings to Jones. Schmid trying to cut inside, and Julian Johnson fumbles it once again.
Take a look here. We've got Tummings onto the fence. As they get through, Fuchsia's just there. It's a great amount of chemistry and awareness by the Chiefs to get those points to go.
And a great veteran move there by Darwin Walker, as we mentioned, the only senior on the Cherokee team, making it just a great pass, knowing where Fuchsia will be. Great physical defense there by Johnson. This one goes back out to Fuchsia, looking toward the inside towards Walker. Walker back over to Fuchsia. Trying to cut towards the lane. This one gets back out to Walker. Little give and goes between these two guys. This one gets over to Holt. Open Galasso. Galasso catches and fires, and he knocks it down. Automatic from three so far. And Galasso knocking it down there for the Chiefs. Jones over to Schmid. Schmid gets fouled there by Cooper Birdie as we take a look at that three-pointer once again from Galasso.
There was a lot of give and go. And you see Holt got it to a wide open Galasso. Tummings is a little late to defend. It's all green from there. Take a look again from this angle. It's a good pass in the corner. They get it out. Just wide open. No one's there to stop him. Way too much time to settle.
Galasso was jumping for joy for a minute there. I don't know if you caught it, Max, but when he didn't have that ball, he was calling for it, and he definitely cashed that one in. This one back out to Tummings. Tummings trying to cut. Very physical defender there with Holt. He gets over to Camardo. Camardo with some pressure in his face. 4 against 4 here between Fuchsia and Camardo. Schmid over to Arnett. Arnett now trying to cut towards the basket. Makes a nice move into the lane and makes a nice aggressive basket there. Great play there by Arnett. And it's now a 4-point game.
Very determined to try and cut into the 6-point lead, and he does so. Very athletic shot there.
Foul on Tummings on the floor. As we take a look as we take a look at that Zion Arnett play.
He's at the top of the key, drives through, puts his body on the line. Probably could have been called for another charging like earlier if Walters had fell like before. Didn't take that risk and gave him a free 2.
something with Zion, Max. I know you weren't here for the winter season last year, but the way he moves his body, maneuvers so well that a lot of those times the call can't be called because of the position he's in. But a foul called there on a Zion Arnett. Sterling not very happy with it, as they say he had his hands up. We're going to take a look at the replay.
Take a look again here. He goes for it, starts falling a bit.
I'm not sure about that one. To me, it looks like Shields jumped into him, but that's just me. The sophomore standing at 6'1", the forward for this Cherokee Chiefs team. Gets his first.
I will say it might have been a smart decision by Shields, trying to take advantage of the refs' kind of point of view, maybe cover the hands that were up and draw a foul.
He's a big dude standing. There's a lot of big dudes on this Cherokee team.
6'1".
Walker at 6'3", Wixted at 6'3", Shields at 6'1", Walker at 6'3", Cooper Birdie at 6'3", Camito at 6'3". There's a lot of size on this Cherokee Chiefs team compared to a Sterling team where really their only ounce of size comes from the big man Joshua Borsch, who stands at 6'4". So now a pass out to Schmid. He cuts towards the basket. Nice little floater, and he knocks it down. Schmid now with 8. Great game so far for him. But Sterling only down by 3. So 2 minutes remain here in this second quarter. Not a lot of stoppages between the two. Very limited fouls throughout the quarters. Johnson looking to check back in this game here for the Sterling team. Borsch now pressuring Walters are on the outside. Walters trying to cut in, makes an aggressive hop step and passes it out to Fusha. Fusha over to Holt. Holt taking his time going against Zion Arnett here. This one back out to Fusha. Galasso now. Galasso trying to cut towards the lane, gets it back over to Fusha. Fusha now with a nice move, tries to put a jumper up, and he knocks it down. Great ball movement by the Chiefs. Sterling defense not able to keep up there. 5-point lead once again. This one back out to Borsch. Gets it over to Schmid. Over to Zion Arnett. Arnett now finds Borsch. Borsch trying to cut towards the lane. A nice move. It's a blocking foul.
Take a look again. The Cherokee Chiefs last basket, like it, you had said, a lot of good ball movement. It's a good hop step. Takes it from about the free throw line. It's a nice little jumper for 2.
So now Josh Borsch looking for his first points of the game. Shot 50 from the charity stripe last year. And knocks down his first. So Julian Johnson subbing out Julian Tummings as the junior shoots his second. And he knocks it down. So now this is once again a 3-point game with 1:07 to play in the second quarter.
In a very consistent gap that haven't been able to fully close it and take advantage of a possible lead, which is what they need before the end of this first half.
So now Josh Borsch playing tight defense there on Shields, and it's called a travel call. Great defense by Josh Borsch.
Sucks that amazing 3 didn't go in there for anything to count.
Hey, Galasso would have had it yet another 3-pointer, and he's been just absolutely on fire. Definitely has a hot hand for this Cherokee team. With the Sterling Knights, they have 5 or 6 maybe great scorers, and at any time, all of them could go hot, all of them could go cold, but normally one of them is super hot, and right now I think we're seeing 2 of them, Julian Johnson and Travis Schmid, really have the hot hand so far for the Knights. So we're going to see how this offensive possession goes with 30 seconds left here in quarter number 2. Josh Borsch looking to cut towards the lane. Looking for an option. Great defense there. Zion Arnett looking to pull it. He jumps into the lane instead. A nice move, but that one goes off the backboard. Now moving up are the Chiefs. Schmid trying to catch up to Galasso. Galasso unable to make the play. He's going to get called out of bounds.
It's a really good opportunity for the Chiefs to continue to expand the lead back to that 5 or 7 point range. It just wasn't quite there. The momentum was too much. Couldn't hold himself. It was like he was skiing. Just couldn't quite hold himself in time.
So Johnson with 13 seconds left, letting the ball roll a little bit. Time ticking down now. Borsch looking towards Zion Arnett. Arnett with limited time left, looking to pass underneath. That one doesn't go. Josh Borsch now moving up. Foul there on Jason Camardo. Probably one of the smarter things you could have done there. As time was ticking down, make sure they don't get a shot up, and now they can have a set play.
Seemed like a bit of a miscue on the pass there. It looked like he thought he was going to have Borsch move in towards the paint a little more, but just didn't quite happen for him. And the foul was all they needed to stop that momentum with about 4 seconds left on the clock before we hit halftime.
So Jones checking in the game here for Zion Arnett. They're looking underneath here, looking for Walker. Nice tip there by Travis Schmid. Jones gets the ball back, and this clock's going to run out as Sterling down by 3 at the end of half number 1. So we're going to go to break real quick, taking a look at a very festive house getting ready for the holiday season. We'll be right back to you for some second half action between your Sterling Silver Knights and the Cherokee Chiefs.
Hey, stop that, bully!
Are you begging for a knuckle sandwich, twerp?
Maybe I am.
Nice try, twerp.
Please, hamburger, please help me. He's bullying me. You're right. I need to help you. I'm the anti-bully.
I can't be defeated.
Logan. Oh my God, thank you. Oh yes, King.
I need a quick puff of my vape right now. May I use the bathroom, please?
Yes, you may use the bathroom.
Yo, what happened to you? Wait. Man, screw that.
What happened to Doug?
Because he was vaping and thought it wouldn't hurt him at all. And remember, stay clean, breathe fresh air.
Where were you? You were supposed to meet me at my locker.
I had to get my books.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about it.
wishing for a sterling win this happy holidays as we take a look at the Laurel Springs Municipal Center, pretty sure, as there are the Cherokee Chiefs warming up. As we take a look at the leading scorers, Schmid with 8, Johnson with 6, and Arnett with 4. And then we take a look at the Cherokee Chiefs, Galasso lighting the lamp with 12 points. Walters has 6, and Fuchsia has 4. We're going to take a look at Galasso's points, who's just absolutely been electric from beyond the arc.
We take a look here, like you had mentioned, from beyond the arc. He finds someone else there, right there. Bang, right from the top of the key. Then he gets another opportunity here off of this rebound. A fast break. This is off to this right there. It's a nice lay-in. Got another opportunity.
Yeah, just a nice screen underneath, moving out, just a beautiful pick and pop. And then once again, just awesome ball movement from the Cherokee Chiefs so far. They kind of got trapped in the corner. Galasso jumping for joy and then just ripping it from beyond the arc.
Their game plan really has been, listen, Galasso's on the court somewhere. Find him and let him shoot.
Yeah. So we're going to take a little look at Sterling's points as this one back out to Schmid, and he just made sure that one was going in. And then Schmid once again, a little bit of a mid-range jumper right there. This one a little bit of a bobble back out to Schmid. He cuts through the middle, makes the nice lay. Schmid had himself a terrific quarter, or excuse me, a terrific half of basketball as we're just getting ready for the second half here between the Cherokee Chiefs and Sterling Silver Knights. 25-22 the score. Thank you all for tuning in to this holiday extravaganza here. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubek here on the broadcast, feeling quite festive this holiday season.
Because of this hat, my ears are larger than normal.
With your elf ears and my little Flyers Santa hat.
I love Will Ferrell.
And now this one tipped up. Early miscommunication by Sterling, an early turnover. Cherokee looking to capitalize. Holt from 3. He can't knock it down. Camarda looking for the rebound, and they say it's in Cherokee possession. So an early turnover there for the Sterling Knights, and Cherokee
bailed out.
Close. Yeah, they got bailed out a little bit there. Cherokee quite close to cashing in. So now Camardo moving up the court. No pressure here by the Chiefs, looking to play a little bit of a zone. They collapse on Camardo. This one back over to Borsch. Borsch in the corner, trying to dribble his way out of it. Gets double teamed, looking for Johnson in the middle. Nice move there by Johnson. Cherokee only holds a 1-point lead now.
He found an open hole in the paint. He drove through it for the pass. It's real nice awareness, which we kind of saw in the first half, but more from the side that Cherokee has. Now that awareness has kind of tranced over and bled through the Sterling game plan. Solid start to the scoring.
So now Holt can't corral it. Johnson with the steal. He gets it up to Schmid. Schmid now taking it to the hoop. He bounces out, almost gets the and one, but draws the foul anyway. Electric start so far for the Knights.
Should take a look here. Borsch finds him right through the middle, and Johnson, the nice lay. And now Travis Schmid at the line to possibly give them, I think, their first lead of the night, or afternoon.
Afternoon, yeah. So used to those night games. This is our first 1 p.m. game in probably quite some time.
In my career.
Yeah. So Schmid now at the Cherokee stripe. Nails his first. It's a tie ball game. And you know, Max, wait for those 9 or 10 a.m. Girls basketball games that are going to be in the future.
Yay!
Those are always quite some fun.
We'll have to stop for something energetic first.
Yeah, Schmid now nails his second, and Sterling has their first lead of the afternoon. Schmid now up to 9 points so far. A nice steal here by Jason Camardo. Camardo cutting towards the basket, gets fouled on the way up. And Sterling looking like a new team in this second half.
Take a look again. They really saw they were making the turnover and said, what if we did that? Starting off quick, looked more of a trip than it was a foul, but you're going to take those opportunities to continue to expand the lead from the line.
So now Camardo looking for his first points of the afternoon. Sterling with a 1-point lead over the Chiefs. He nails his first. Number 4, so clutch in the basketball season. Already has hit a clutch shot in the basketball season as well with a clutch last-second three-pointer against Audubon to start the season. You can't make it up with him. Max just has ice in the veins.
Clutch on the field, clutch on the court.
Yeah. So now a Zion Arnett pressuring Galasso. He gets out to Fuchsia. Fuchsia now cutting towards the middle. Nice screen there by Darwin Walker. This one tipped up, and now Travis Schmid moving up. He's looking for Johnson. He passes it right behind him. That's one that Schmid would definitely like to have back.
If we take a look again at this fast break opportunity, a tip from Camardo. See Schmid has it. He thought it would be a little bit easier. It might have been better for him to just kind of drive up. He has the size, so why not try to use it to your advantage?
Foul called here on Camardo, who has himself a couple of defensive plays so far in this second half.
Zoom in on Coach Cassidy, who's trying to figure out what to do there, and then Behringer.
Coach Behringer, such a successful coach for this Sterling boys basketball team, developed such great players. And I mean, the 5 on the court right now is some great players as well, along with Amari Key on the bench, who we will see probably mid-January. He has to do his protocol for transferring, but he'll be back on the court hopefully around the 17th. So now moving up is Cherokee Galasso, and they look underneath for Holt, and he gets called, or excuse me, Johnson gets called with a foul there. But it's on the floor, so it'll be an inbound pass here. It looks like Fuchsia's going to take it. Fuchsia looking for the open man, gets it out to Judd Holt. Holt moving to the top of the key now, looking for the 3. He rips one, and he knocks it down. Nothing but nylon there for Holt. And they retake the lead now, or excuse me, it's all tied up here between Sterling and Cherokee.
We know Holt's pretty automatic from 3, and now he's slowly getting started from that line, but he ain't the only shooter they got.
Schmid now taking it to the basket. This one, Borsch trying to get the rebound. He does. Getting pressured here by Cherokee, and that one hits off of Walker. Nice play there by Borsch as we take a look at the Holt 3.
If we look at Holt here, he sees he got the opportunity. No one's really on him.
See, that is a definition of the pick and pop. Darwin Walker, just such a big frame, set the screen, and Holt with the automatic shot ripped it for 3. Johnson now moving towards the basket. He gets hit a little bit. Another hit on his Zion Arnett. He can't finish it, but it'll be another foul here against Cherokee.
Take a look here. It's a good pass into Johnson. Tries to get something, can't quite get there. Zion with a nice rebound, but then gets fouled. A bit of a light one, but nonetheless, you take the points you can get the opportunity to shoot for.
Arnett has 4 on the afternoon so far. At the charity stripe, shooting 2. Knocks down the first. So Zion Arnett looking to shoot his second. Arnett can't knock that one down. Rebound Galasso. Sterling now only has a 1-point lead. Galasso cutting up the court here for Cherokee. The leading scorer in that first half for both teams with 12. He looks to cut towards the middle. This one gets over to Holt. Up to Fuchsia, back over to Galasso. Galasso gets it stripped away from him for a moment. Sterling trying to pounce on it, but Holt makes a nice play over to Walker. Walker now pressured by 3 blue jerseys. This one cuts over to Holt. Holt can't finish. Rebound there by Borsch. Borsch gets fouled. A little bit too much physicality there by Holt. So it'll be an inbound pass here for Sterling.
Take a look again here. It's a good rebound by Borsch. And then Holt tries to go for a steal, but just a little too much of a reach. Not enough of getting the ball. It's easy foul to call.
Nice cheerleader shot right there. And the nice crowd that came out tonight, all in their holiday festive gear for the winter season. It's now a Zion Arnett looking to cut towards the basket. Nice physical defense by Galasso. Back over to Johnson. Johnson now trying to take a cut towards, makes a nice move and knocks down the mid-range shot. Automatic from that type of range is number 3, and now there's a 3-point lead in this game. So Cherokee now back on the offensive. Fuchsia, who had 4 points in that first half, gets it over to Shields. Shields now over to Walker. Walker with Schmid in his face. So back over to Fuchsia. And over to Galasso for 3. Can't knock that one down. And that will go back in Sterling possession.
Take a look at this last Sterling basket. Arnett finds Johnson pretty open. Makes a nice drive and a nice move to get himself open for open mid-range there.
A rare miss there for Luis Galasso, who I think was perfect that first half. Misses his first of the second. And now Sterling back on the offensive. This one underneath to Josh Borsch. Borsch takes the shot, doesn't nail it. Johnson now moving up the court, step and step with Galasso as Zion Arnett tries to come and help, but Galasso peels away and has his one-on-one now. Over to Fuchsia, 4-on-4 here with Camardo against Fuchsia. This one out to Walker. Walker charging towards the basket, and a blocking foul called there on Zion Arnett.
Take a look at where this comes from. It's a good movement to try and get in, passes it out to Walker, and yeah, Arnett does a bit of shoving there to try and keep him out. Results in inbound pass.
So now Galasso with 12 on the game so far. Inbounds this one. He gets the ball back in the corner, but Schmid gives him pressure. Galasso taking his time now, battle underneath. He rips a three, doesn't go. Rebound there by Cherokee. This one passed out towards the middle. They keep it over. Nice play here by Camito. He looks underneath looking for Shields. That one hitting off of Sterling. And it'll stay in possession of Cherokee. A pretty interesting play there, with ball bouncing all over the place.
Yeah, a lot of movement. They had to save it from it being a half court by them grabbing it, so they had to throw it to a pass that resulted in yet another inbound. Sterling just hasn't been able to get possession back.
Basketball looked like the gingerbread man there. Couldn't catch him. Looking underneath for Shields. Nice defense there by Schmidt. He gets the rebound. Shields has the size difference over Travis Schmid, but makes a nice play. Is Schmidt. Borsch gives it off to Jones. Jones over to Johnson. Finds Borsch. Borsch trying to cut, cannot. Gets over to Zion Arnett. Gets it over to Julian Johnson. Johnson with no pressure here by Galasso, listening to the orders from Coach Behringer. Nice screen there by Josh Borsch. Up to Salim Jones. Jones ripping a three, and he knocks it down. 24 automatic so far. 2 for 2 beyond the arc. Sterling now, the biggest lead they've had all day against Cherokee. Now cutting underneath is Fuchsia. He gives it over to Shields, up to Walker. Walker fakes the mid-range, but travels. As we take a look at the last Sterling basket.
Well, we saw in the first half how good Jones is at the three, but we saw there just another great opportunity. When he has a little bit of space, he will take a mile. He'll probably take 3 more points to extend the lead he got.
Another replay of that one. Jones does a great job there. And Travis Schmid nails the bucket. Timeout there by Cherokee, as Sterling holding a lot of the momentum here as they are going on a big run here against the Cherokee Chiefs.
You take a look here. Schmid, slight finger roll there to get it in, make it an 8-point game as a timeout is taken towards the, no, I wouldn't say towards the end, getting inching closer to the end of this third quarter.
Schmid, with his 10th point, gives Sterling an 8-point advantage over the Cherokee Chiefs. You can follow us on Facebook, on Sterling Channel 19, where we have all the updates happening here around the castle, all the updates of stuff happening with our channel, and all the fun things happening at Sterling. So make sure you guys go follow us on Facebook at Sterling Channel 19. Cheerleaders looking festive in their holiday hats. Christmas Eve and Christmas around the corner. Max, what do you have planned for the holiday season?
Seeing family Christmas Eve, then seeing family on Christmas, and then sleeping a lot.
Nice. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak in our festive hats today. I got the Flyers orange, while Max has his little elf ears. The Flyers playing the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight at 7 o'clock. Hoping they win, because Connor Schaus would start to get on my nerves a little bit if they lost. My orange does match the Cherokee Chiefs.
Take it off right now.
No, I have the red and white Temple shirt for the candy cane swirl. So note that, but the Flyers hat is meant for the Philadelphia Flyers, not for the Cherokee Chiefs. So don't get that misunderstood.
If you didn't show the logo, I'd be very confused.
Yeah, that is true. If I had it the other way or something like that, that's a good point.
Backwards Santa hat in it?
Yeah. But now back to action here as Cherokee Chiefs start with possession. Judd Holt fakes the three-pointer. Gets his way, or trying to get his way past Zion Arnett. Nice help defense there by Travis Schmid. Galasso now facing pressure from Johnson. He's trying to cut. Gets over to Holt. Holt rips the three. Can't let it go. Rebound there by Schmid. Zion Arnett now moving up the court. Gets over to Borsch. Borsch now trying to cut towards the lane, steps back, it's over to Johnson, 3 for 3, knocks it down! Johnson with the hot hand in this game, and Sterling trying to run away with this one against the Chiefs.
The first double-digit lead of the game. Now an 11-point gap, Cherokee, and now another steal attempt.
Aggressive play there by Sterling. It's going to stay in favor of Cherokee as we take another look at the Julian Johnson three-pointer.
Borsch finds him, not enough pressure, not enough time to get there, and Johnson makes another 3. He has been the hot hand of the Knights.
Schmid and Johnson both with 10 in this contest, and Johnson just with the hot hand from the three-point line, along with Salim Jones, who has knocked down 2 himself. This one out to Holt. Holt trying to maneuver his way in. This one back out to Galasso, who answers with one of his own. Has only missed 1 in this game so far. He now is 15 in the contest. Schmid now. Navigating. Gets it over to Jones, who fakes the shot. Faces pressure from Galasso. Gets it over to Josh Borsch. Borsch now off to his eye on our net. Back to Borsch. Movement around the arc here as they're trying to get someone open. Borsch now maybe trying to take the one-on-one here with Walker. Gets it over to Tummings. Tummings now takes a few steps back. Navigating the offense here, gets it out to Schmid. Schmid now turns, trying to go towards the basket, tries to go underneath. Looks like a foul called there on Cherokee.
Take a look at this last basket for Cherokee. It's another example of you can't let Galasso open for too long. Makes it 15 on the day, I'm pretty sure. Very good showing from him today.
So the Chiefs are in the bonus, so now Schmid will go to the charity stripe to shoot 2. He has 10 on the night. Misses the first. Schmid with 12 points per game this year, 8 points per game last year in his senior year. Shot 76% from the free throw line. Schmid now shooting his second, trying to increase his lead to 9 against the Cherokee Chiefs with little time left in the third quarter, and misses his second. So now the Chiefs moving the ball up. Fusha now with pressure from Salim Jones. Jones gets a call there as he got a little aggressive on the ball. Maybe saw an opening there by Fusha. We're going to take a look at the replay.
Take a look here. He's playing a little too much pressing, a little too far back in the court. It turns to a reach-in foul. And they're only 1 away from being in the bonus as well. You might want to soften up on those. Just play a little bit looser so you're not getting things like that called on you.
Marcus Johnson and Quentin Rosano checking in this game here for the rest of the third quarter. The pass from Jarwin Walker is deemed out of bounds, so the ball will move back into the offensive zone. Couple of substitutions here for the Knights as Arnett, Johnson, and Jason Camardo will check back into this game along with Travis Schmid, so they get their offensive line out there. As maybe Behringer is looking to give him a rest on the defensive sequence, but he puts him back out there now that they have the ball. So now Borsch over to Arnett. Limited time left, 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left. Borsch gonna take the last shot here, and looked like he got fouled a little bit there, no call, and that's gonna be the end of the third quarter. So there's the Laurel Springs train station looking all festive for the holiday season. We'll be right back at you guys with some fourth quarter action here on Sterling Channel 19.
Bad decision. Not wearing a seatbelt while driving increases fatal injuries by 78%. Hitting the windshield without a seatbelt feels like getting knocked out by an Olympic heavyweight boxer. Four times. The initial impact of a car crash is multiplied without a seatbelt. It feels like being tackled by 3 defensive backs running at full speed.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Good choice. Buckle up. It's not worth being a statistic.
So there is a penguin outside of the K house with a blue hat. Unfortunately, we're not a big fan of the Penguins today because they go against the Philadelphia Flyers. So we don't like the Penguins here. As there's a look at the Sterling crowd, a nice showing from some of our Sterling kids with their pretty festive hats on, their red hats. I mean, it's not really supporting either team. I mean, my hat could be a Cherokee hat, but
Red hats
the red
more of a
hats.
problem. They're Devils fans.
Ugh. That is worse.
Makes me sad.
I have a funny story about the Devils, but I'll tell you post-game. So now Galasso looking to inbound the ball here for Cherokee. Looks like Comito is going to be running the point for the Chiefs. Stands at 6'3". A little bit of an advantage over Camardo. This one out to Holt. Holt looking underneath, looking for Walters, trying to go underneath with the pass. Nice defense by Arnett and Schmidt. This one gets back out to Galasso. His three-pointer, he nails it. 18 on the day for Galasso. Man, that kid's on fire.
It's the one man you can't leave open. And he keeps taking advantage of any space he can get. And now it's only a 5-point game once again.
So now, Camardo has the ball. Gets it back out to Johnson. Over to Camardo. Over to Borsch. Back to Camardo. Camardo takes a couple of steps, trying to advance in. Borsch now at the top. Gets back to Camardo. Over to Arnett. Back to Borsch. Great ball movement here by the Knights. Play going in full fruition. Cherokee definitely in the zone, something we see the Lady Knights do a lot. Their lethal zone. Which held West Effort to 20 points the last time we saw them in action. Camardo now, scanning. Looking for the open man. And they're just switched into man defense now, as you see. Looks like Walter's going against Johnson now. It looks like no shot clock in high school. Sterling has had possession for quite a while. It's going to be in favor of Cherokee. So Cherokee with some tight defense against the Sterling offense. Not a lot of movement. Ball movement was good, but couldn't get a shot off. And now Cherokee with ball possession only down 5.
This last three, it should have been a rebound for Arnett. Couldn't keep it. And then we know it's going to happen when Galasso has the ball beyond the arc.
This kid is on fire, and Galasso now with the ball. Gets it over to Comito. Comito finds Walker. Walker back out to Galasso. Galasso finds Holt. Holt trying to cut towards the lane. Takes a shot to the face, draws the foul. Take a look at the replay.
Look again, the shots is what they need. Kind of slowly close the gap and keep the time on their side. And they do just that pretty early on, but still 2 minutes have already been fully burned in this quarter based on that last possession that Sterling had. The goal is to drain the clock, which it should be. They've done a very good job of it.
So Judd Holt nails his first. The second leading points per game scorer for Cherokee. We haven't said his name a lot so far in this one. Holt, only a junior, nails his second. So now it's a 3-point lead for Sterling. Both of these teams chipping away on some pretty big leads against each other. I think Cherokee had the majority of the game to start. Sterling came back in that third quarter, had a great third quarter, and now Cherokee closing the gap once again. Borsch out to Johnson. Johnson to Camardo. Camardo double team now. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson cutting towards the lane, out to Borsch. Borsch now makes a man miss. Going underneath the rim and makes a nice play. The big man, Josh Borsch, getting himself on the board.
Stands at 6'4". It's just, you got to take advantage of the size difference, especially when you're in the paint.
But he moves like a shifty guard. Josh Borsch, what Jake Clark like to call him, a 3-level scorer, is now Galasso. Absolutely on fire from beyond the arc. Nails another one. My goodness, Galasso. How do you do? Has 21 points. A timeout there by Behringer.
Take a look. It's just another opportunity to shoot a 3 that he takes. A little more contested than the other ones, but still makes it like there's no one there.
Just pure confidence at that point, Max. And with Zion Arnett in his face, Zion Arnett, 6'1", pretty lengthy, and just looks at him and just rips it. And nothing but net there for Galasso. You talk about having the hot hand.
It feels like we're watching an X-Man just play against a bunch of people who are not mutants like him. And
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Now it's only a 2-point game and a needed timeout. You get out in front by 11 points, and now it's still a 2-point game.
So we're going to take a look at the Josh Borsch basket, getting himself on the board. Makes a nice move past Holt, and just a nice easy layup there for number 5, the big man.
You'd hold like one of those turnstile things at the airport. You just walk through.
Yeah. So 41-39 the score here with our last game before the holidays. Coming in January, we're going to have a whole variety of sports, wrestling, girls basketball, boys basketball. Can't wait to bring you guys those sports. And then obviously post-January, we're going to have a lot of the spring sports. Baseball, softball, boys volleyball, both lacrosses. That's going to be a lot of fun to cover here on Sterling Channel 19.
It's going to be a lot.
Yeah. And then also to come, we're going to have the spring musical. And then the spring concert as well, graduation. Just a lot coming up here for Sterling Channel 19. Something I'm very excited for. So now this one out to Johnson after the timeout called by Coach Behringer. After that Galasso three-pointer, Johnson now trying to cut towards the lane, tries to get it off to Schmid. And I've seen this a lot by the Sterling team. It looks like their hands are moving a little faster than their head is. And it's caused a couple of these turnovers. Johnson's done it a couple times. Schmid's done it a couple times. Sterling just really needs to calm down under this pressure.
It's not a matter of being calm. It's a matter about communication. They're doing too much with not enough talks between teammates. They've got to really flesh out a plan.
Galasso just misses. Only his second miss of the night. Walker now trying to put it up. Holt now for 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound once again by Walker. Walker for the mid-range. Won't go once again. All 3 shots for the Chiefs just missed there. Now Sterling now moving up with some pace. This one back out to Johnson. Johnson now trying to get himself some open space. Gets over to Josh Borsch, back to Johnson. Johnson finds Borsch. Borsch now cutting towards the lane. Gets it off to Schmid. Schmid now trying to put up the layup. Won't go. Now Walker moving with some speed. Big man moving like a guard. He passes it up. This one goes underneath to Holt. Holt now trying to go for the layup. Just misses once again. And they say it stays in favor of of Cherokee.
Take a look at this quick break. Tries to pass it into Holt. Can't quite make it. Goes off the corner. Then it looked kind of to me more like it was off of Walters, but nonetheless it's the ref call.
So now Comito finds Holt along the arc. Holt makes a man jump. He tries to cut towards the lane. Looks like a foul called there on Sterling.
You see with this foul comes from his Holt. Gets it, tries to go for it. It looks like maybe a bit too much from Camardo yet again.
So now Galasso to throw it in for the inbound. This one out to Holt. Holt wide open, and he knocks it down. The Chiefs taking the lead once again. Just a complete miscommunication on defense there. Holt left wide open. 1-point lead for Cherokee.
It's another man you can't leave open. It's a lot of miscue.
Now Borsch going here against Walters. Finds Schmid. Schmid now cutting around looking for Borsch. Finds his eye on Arnett. Arnett now trying to cut towards the lane. Nails the and one. Zion Arnett, how do you do? What a play by number 1.
When we take a look, the ball goes up and just starts rocking around the Christmas tree. Gets on in there for one more opportunity, make it a 2-point game.
Zion Arnett with 6 on the night. Looking to make this a 2-point lead, and he just misses. Sterling looking for the rebound. Nice play there by Johnson. Foul called there on Galasso. Great hustle by the Knights. And after that Judd Holt 3, they respond quite nicely.
Well, they knew what they had to do. They had to secure the ball, keep possession, get those points back. Now they've done just that. They got a 1-point lead, and possession still in their favor. And 3 minutes to work with.
So now this one out to Camardo, bobbles it, but makes the play. Camardo makes a man spin, does a little spinorama. Camardo looking for the open man, gets it out to Borsch. Borsch gets past Walters. Borsch driving into the lane, gets fouled and drops it in for the and one. Big man number 5, Josh Borsch, nails it.
I mean, they keep getting this situation. He drives through a whole team, draws a foul, and gives them at least a 3-point lead. Could possibly be a 3-point play, and we get a 4-point lead over the Chiefs in the back half of the final quarter of this really thrilling game.
What a play there by number 5, Josh Borsch. Nailing the and one. Looking to get this 3-point score, and he does. Great play there by Borsch. Gets the 3-point play, and now Cherokee back on the offensive for the first time in a couple of minutes. Camardo, airtight defense here on Fuchsia. Fuchsia hands it off to Holt, looks for Galasso. Galasso out to Walker. Walker to Galasso. Galasso for 3 and bangs it! Galasso just completely on fire. The hot hand won't miss. 1-point game now between Cherokee and Sterling. And Max, what do you even do at this point?
The Human Torch is going to keep throwing fireballs, man. You can't stop him.
A little voice crack on the call there from me. I then choked on my own spit. I wasn't even ready. And Galasso with a hand in his face. What are you even going to do at this point? He's unstoppable. And you can follow us on Instagram at SterlingTV19, where we'll have all the behind-the-scenes pictures, all the funny photos of us here at Sterling Channel 19 that peep into the Sterling TV 19 life. So make sure you guys go follow us on Instagram at SterlingTV19. So Galasso with 24 on the day. There is his mom in the pink. Played at Paul VI for the Eagles. It's when there's a hot hand, Max, there's not much you can do to stop it. And Sterling as a collective, I think, has done a good job of being the hot hand. Great plays from Schmid, Johnson. We've had a couple of and ones from Arnett and Borsch these past couple of minutes, but Galasso's just shot the lights out of this Sterling gymnasium.
Galasso's just at the firing range, man.
Yeah.
And he's still got some years to go. He's only a junior. He's got this season, the next.
He's a 6-foot guard for the Cherokee Chiefs. And just has been on fire this game. And we're going to get him as one of our players of the game, even if the Cherokee Chiefs lose or win. Just because he has had the hot hand. And he makes a nice play here on the defensive side of the ball. Galasso cutting towards the lane, trying to get past Johnson. Jart gets the foul. Galasso doing it all for the Chiefs here. 24 points. It makes a play on the defensive side. And now is going to the charity stripe to shoot 2.
You saw on that replay, he made a very quick read. He took a little glance over to that wing and said, I got to move there. Made almost a play, and now has a chance to make it a 1-point game in their favor.
Misses his first from the charity stripe. Needs to regroup for a second. Chiefs down by 1. This is a big one to tie this one up here against the Knights. Back and forth this game has been here. Fourth quarter action. Galasso misses his second. Rebound there by Cherokee. Nice block there by Borsch. Timeout called there by Behringer. A smart one as Camardo trapped in the corner. And after making so many of those threes, he misses both of his free throws.
This play here off of the second missed throw. They try to go up with it with Walters, and Camardo just grabs it, takes a second, and keeps calling timeout. Well, he's in that corner.
You can follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV19, where we have live updates of all the games and, of course, all the fun and exciting things that happen here at the Castle. So make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19. So this holiday fiesta has been quite fun between the Cherokee Chiefs and the Sterling Knights. And Max, I was talking to you pregame, and I said this one would be fun. And looking at their comparable opponents, Cherry Hill West, Cherokee only lost by 11, and Sterling only lost by 13. So they're just very similar in skill. And this game, without Galasso, this game wouldn't even be a contest.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see how many players change it. I mean, another player that would have really changed this if they weren't there, Julian Johnson, had a very good game throughout this one. If he wasn't here, how would the points look, you know?
So looking underneath to Schmid, foul call there on Darwin Walker Jr. Has decided size advantage over Schmid, the cornerback for Cherokee, committed to Princeton University to play corner. Matched up against Travis Schmid. Looking for the long ball here to Camardo. Camardo with some pressure in his face. trying to get past midcourt and does. Nice screen there by Schmid. Schmid cutting towards the middle. Camardo can't find him. Camardo now still dribbling around, gets back over to Zion Arnett. Arnett now scanning. 1 minute and 27 seconds left. Cherokee applying the pressure now. This one back out to Borsch. No shot clock here, so Sterling doesn't have to shoot. 1 minute and 17 remain. This one back out to Borsch, and they foul. Smart foul there by the Cherokee Chiefs. Borsch now going to the line, shooting 2, has to nail both of these.
Even if he does nail both of these, you still have Galasso on the other side that you really have to pay attention to. One of the most confident shooters I've seen play, and it's even with a 3-point lead, you really got to lock them down. They have a lot of good shooters, and then you got to bring it back yourself.
And he nails the first. Bounced around a little bit, held your breath for a second there, but got it down. The junior now shooting for his second.
Internal gasp.
Yeah. He nails the second. 2 big shots there by Josh Borsch. So now Cherokee with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go here in quarter number 4. Camardo applying pressure here to Fuchsia. Camardo keeping it on. Hands are up. Fuchsia trying to get past half court, and he does. This one back over to Galasso. Walker now progressing up. Going through his reads, getting it over to Fuchsia. Back out to Holt. Holt looking to shoot, doesn't. Gives it off to Galasso. 47 seconds read on the clock. Holt for 3. Doesn't go, and it goes behind the net, so Sterling will get possession.
Well, it's a lot of good passing, a lot of good ball movement under pressure. He has that amount of space. It's just not there for him. Slightly off. Now they have a pass here, and it's going to be a full court press to really try and get the ball back. It's really all they can do.
So now Zion Arnett cutting up the court, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson looking towards Camardo. Camardo now getting double teamed. Foul called there on Jeremiah Shields.
And we see Cherokee getting more and more desperate as the clock continues to tick. And now this could be a 5-point game after this one.
The soccer guy, Jason Camardo, hit a clutch shot in the first game of the season to send the boys into overtime with Audubon. He misses the first free throw. So 29.3 seconds read here on the clock in the fourth quarter. Cherokee down by 3. Camardo has one more free throw to shoot. And he misses. Front rim off of both of them. Galasso now with the ball. Zion Arnett applying the pressure. 22 seconds left. Fuchsia now moving in, gets it off to Holt. Holt with the ball here, going against Zion Arnett. Hard on the 3-point line here by the Knights. Holt shooting 3, and he gets fouled by Julian Johnson. This is bad now because Holt will shoot 3 from the free throw line.
Gets to the corner. It's a light one, but he does fall, and he knows what that'll give him, an opportunity, a window to jump through to tie it back up with 13 seconds left to go in regulation. It's a very smart play. It's just one that has to annoy this Sterling roster.
So Judd Holt now from the free throw line nails his first. Holt has been relatively quiet today. It has to be loud now, and he nails his second. Looks very casual to him from the free throw line, his third of the free throws. Has to nail this one, and he makes it. Now moving up the court is Josh Borsch. Limited time left, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson now moving. Timeout called.
It was a really good drive.
They made some foul shots at the end, and Sterling didn't, with Camardo missing 2. You can follow us on Facebook at Sterling Channel 19, where we have all the updates of stuff happening around Sterling, all the stuff happening here with Sterling Channel 19, and of course, stuff you need to know about our YouTube channel and more. So make sure you guys go follow us on Facebook at Sterling Channel 19. Very tense moments, a lot of support here by the student section today. There's Mr. K's mom, Mrs. Kozaneski. This Sterling team definitely needs a little bit of soul as the clock is winding down. 13 seconds left, and What a game this has been, Max. 2 days before the holiday season, almost like a Christmas gift came early.
Yeah, it has been very entertaining, and there's still more basketball to come throughout this break. Not from us, but just from the NBA. It's going to be a lot going on, a lot of good sports to watch throughout the break, and this is just one to kick it off.
Yeah. So coming back from break, we'll obviously have boys basketball, we'll have wrestling and girls basketball coming in around January, and this game leading off to that. We'll go to break for the holiday break and then be right back at you guys. Very excited to get the season really underway. Had a fun week of sports we've streamed this past week, and now boys basketball to wrap it up. This one out to Camardo. 8 seconds left, 7 seconds left, 6 seconds left. Time ticking down. Timeout called there by Barrington. Didn't like the look he saw. Time ticked down a little bit, though. We're at 4.9 seconds. And for you people watching on cable, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at Sterling Channel 19. We'll have all the streams you guys are seeing on cable. We'll have commercials, Castle Connections, and anything of that sort. Make sure you guys go subscribe at youtube.com/SterlingTV19.
I'm feeling bewildered over here. We just saw a child with crazy speed run across the whole baseline, and I got very confused. The ball was coming for him, and I was worried he was going to get hit, but he evaded. He was Lightning McQueen on the court.
So this holiday season, I mean, definitely time to celebrate with our families and loved ones. I'm happy I'm going to be able to see, my family, and Max, you're going to see your family. Yeah. Unfortunately, not a lot of Sterling sports where we'll be streaming, but we are happy to bring you guys this last one before Christmas Eve tomorrow, which I'm very excited for.
This is our gift to you. And then we get to, have some fun times the next few days, couple of weeks. It's a lot of fun, a lot of relaxation for us as well. We're going to have to really prep ourselves. It'll mainly be time for me to make a lot more notes.
Yeah.
That'll be a few days spent on that.
So thank you all for tuning in. If the people doing their Christmas baking in the background, we appreciate you guys, and Christmas cooking. My mom, one of those people, she always does the Christmas baking for our family, so it's pretty hectic around this time for our house. So now with 4.9 seconds left, is Arnett checking this one in. Schmid gives it off to Arnett. Arnett likely to take the last shot, gets it out to Johnson. Johnson with the second left takes a three and just misses. And we're going to be heading to overtime basketball for the second time this season for Sterling, and the second time this season for the Cherokee Chiefs as well. Wow.
It has been a stressful one. As we see here, with not a lot of time left, he shoots one, a lot of pressure on him, and he just can't quite get to the net there.
Great play design there by Coach Behringer. You want to put the ball in Julian Johnson's hands, and he just could not cash out on that bet. There's Mr. Camardo standing up along with his son, Jake Camardo. And this is Mrs. Schmid to his left, our right. So just what a game this has been. I mean, that's the end of regulation. There's the girls basketball team once again. Some of the stuff you just can't script sometimes. And there's our athletic trainer, Sean Klink, longtime athletic trainer here at Sterling.
Has not had to come out today.
Yeah, thankfully. That's a holiday treat within itself. So our little holiday treat to you guys at home, there is Mr. Siano, is going to go into overtime. So 4 minutes of overtime basketball here, 48-48 the score between Sterling and the Cherokee Chiefs. Both of these teams battling through it all. Luis Galasso with 24 points. Schmid and Johnson. Mr. Siano watches the game from his tablet just so he can see replays of stuff and hear us. He gave us a little wave right there. And Schmid with 10, Johnson with 10, Celine Jones with 6, Arnett with 7, So all around scoring for Sterling, and for Cherokee, it's kind of been a little bit of a one-man show. 4 minutes of overtime basketball here between Sterling and Cherokee, and we're off. Sterling wins the tip. Arnett to Johnson, over to Camardo. Camardo taking this one to the hoop, and he gets the and one! Oh, no, excuse me, it was a charging foul there. Got a little bit too ambitious right there on the call at the start. It looked like he got the and one, the way everyone reacted, but then they called it a charging foul. Yeah, another great play by Galasso under the basket. So we'll go back to Cherokee. Wow.
So Coach Behringer and Coach Barrett had to kind of communicate with the ref, see why that was exactly the call, and I think it definitely was one that could go either way, but they are going to play very safe in times like that.
That would have been a big shot there by Camardo, but what a great play by Galasso. And now Holt with the ball, taking it up the court here against Julian Johnson. Holt off to Fuchsia. Fuchsia now moving into the lane, gets it out to Walker, who gets it out to Galasso. Galasso looking for some open space, looking underneath to Walker. Foul called there on a Sterling player. Looked like a Zion Arnett.
Take a look what it could be. Yeah, a bit of a reach as he went to the paint.
And there's the player of the day right there, Luis Galasso. But coming to the line now is going to be Darwin Walker, Jr. The only senior on this squad, shooting his first. Just misses off the front rim. Smart kid, committed to Princeton to play football. Stands at 6'3". She's been a menace in the paint for Sterling today. Shooting for a second. It makes it. Nice play there, or nice shots there from Darwin Walker. As now Cherokee takes a 1-point lead. Camardo now scanning his options over to Johnson. Johnson takes a second, goes over to Camardo. Camardo looking for Schmidt. He takes it himself. Camardo for three. He nails it! Number 4. Where did that come from? Jason Camardo. He's feeling it now. Sterling now up by 2. It was his 5th point of the game. He has 5 points on the afternoon. Now Fuchsia has it. Gets over to Galasso. Galasso with Borsch in his face. Gives it off to Fuchsia. Fuchsia now. Off to Holt. Holt off to Galasso. Over to Walker. Walker driving towards the lane. Off to Fuchsia. Fuchsia now. Over to Galasso. Galasso for 3. Knocks it down! 27 points for Galasso. Now Schmid has it. Schmid driving towards the lane. Out to Borsch. Borsch now taking it up. Makes a nice move. That one dribbles out. Over to Johnson. Johnson now has it. Johnson gets over to Camardo. Camardo to Arnett. Arnett now settles it. Arnett driving towards the lane. Makes a nice move and gets that one down. Sterling up by 1. Back and forth action with 2 minutes left here in overtime.
Both these rosters fully in a mode where they know they need to be in the clutch, and they have been just that for the first half of this overtime period.
Holt now. Over to Fuchsia. Off to Holt. Over to Galasso. Galasso now with Arnett in his face. Gives it off to Holt. Holt pump fakes, drives into the lane, makes a nice pass. Foul called there on Borsch.
Take a look here. It's a lot of, passing. Then Arnett gets to settle it, drives through with a nice step. Makes a clean 2, gives him a 1-point lead, but that could be changed with these 2 shots here.
So the sophomore Jeremiah Shields stands at 6'1", a big forward for the Cherokee Chiefs squad. Makes his first.
He hears the rolling thunder behind him, but dismisses it entirely. He knows he has to make all of these. Crowd noise must have to be kind of muted at this point. You got to get as honed in as he can.
Shields swishes his second, and a timeout called now by Cherokee. Overtime definitely ramping up a little bit now. You can follow us on Instagram at Sterling TV 19. We'll have all the behind-the-scenes shots here that happen at Sterling TV 19, all the stuff happening around the castle, and all of our beautiful faces as well. So make sure you guys go follow us on Instagram at Sterling TV 19. Just what an active day it has been. Holiday season came early. Galasso with 27 points on the afternoon. Arnett with 9, Schmid with 10, Johnson with 10. Camardo with a huge three-pointer that put Sterling in the lead. And then just 2 big free throws by Jeremiah Shields, which gave them the advantage.
We know that the holiday season is very stressful as it is, but we just added on a whole 10 more layers of that just sitting here watching this game. It's been very back and forth, and a lot of impressive plays from both sides, on both sides of the ball as well. Good coaching, good ideas, good play calls.
There is Owen one of our cameramen here at Sterling TV 19, operating camera number 4 today. There's Bryak, along with Douglas behind him, and Sean, our cameraman. There is a new guy. Kind of forget his name already, I cannot lie. And
Well, he's new.
he is new.
It'll stick as it goes.
Yeah. You know what? He's just going to be known as new guy from now on. So he's new guy. So now Camardo has it. 1:30 read on the clock over to Johnson. Johnson thought shot, doesn't let it go. Camardo thought shot, doesn't let it go as well. Camardo now off to Borsch. Borsch has it over to Camardo. Back out to Borsch. Borsch has a couple of options, gives it off to Camardo. Camardo now taking it back up to the top. Smart play there by Jason Camardo. Camardo now has it, gives it off to Johnson. Sterling ticking time away on this clock now. There's just a minute left here in overtime. Arnett stops, gives it off. This one goes back over to Arnett. 55 seconds read now. Arnett now giving it off to Johnson. Johnson off to Arnett. Arnett taking this one into the lane, gives it off to Camardo. Camardo now going back up top. 45 seconds left. Almost swiped it away is Walker. This one over to Arnett. Arnett for 3. Gets the foul. Foul there on Darwin Walker, and Arnett is going to shoot 3.
Almost a steal there as they tried to drain out the clock, and they did it very well. After the shot was taken, he got knocked down a bit. Now he has 3 opportunities to make it either tied or more.
Arnett at the free throw line. Makes his first. 10th point of the day today for Zion Arnett. Ties this one. Arnett makes his second. Arnett now on his 3rd shot. Banks it in. Arnett, great job there. 12 points on the day for him. Sterling's leading points per game scorer with 18 continues that trend today. 30 seconds left now for the Chiefs. This one off to Galasso. Galasso now moving up, trying to cut into the lane. He takes a shot, he makes it home. Nice play by Galasso as Cherokee takes a timeout. Galasso, 29 points on the day.
You just can't stop him. He keeps going through, either driving through the team or getting enough space, spacing out his movement to get himself open for another 3. That might be the first 2 he's gone for all game.
Yeah. He's only missed 2 3-pointers today. He's done a great job beyond the arc, but takes a nice shot, a nice floater from inside. Cherokee took that timeout, so it gave Sterling some time to scheme something up here with a tie ball game here in overtime number 1. It stays tied. Guess where we're going, Max? To a second overtime.
Number 2? The sequel?
I think there's Dean Collins, state champion soccer player. I think between Sterling this year, we've probably had we've had to have 10 to 15 overtimes in just everything we've covered. Between girls soccer, boys soccer, basketball now, girls basketball. The trend is just continuing on here, and I can't believe it.
It's a lot of fun to call.
So Arnett now has it. 13 seconds left. Gets pushed a little bit. Gives it off to Borsch. Borsch now. 9 seconds left. 8 seconds left. Gives it off to Johnson. Johnson for 3. Oh, can't get it to go. Borsch with the rebound. Borsch putting it up. It's still going up. Cherokee rebounds it. Timeout called there by Cherokee. Oh, my goodness.
Take a look at the call. Basket jam. The 3-pointer missed. And moves around, just can't quite get to the net. And then desperation, thinking he had no time. And beyond half court, went nowhere. And now 1.8 seconds to work with to try and get a shot off, which, while it feels like not a lot, it is plenty of time with the right movement and placement and play calling.
There is Darwin Walker once again. Former Eagles player, 7 seasons in the green uniform. Also was traded to the Bills, never suited up, and then traded to the Bears in the later half of his career. Son Darwin Walker Jr., the forward, as we've mentioned a lot of times today, Princeton commit. He's playing at a corner position. couple of Sterling alumni in the stands. There's Antoine Arnett and Jadis McFadden on the bottom half of your screen. Now on the top half, Antoine Arnett, an 1,000-point scorer here for Sterling just some years ago. Antoine Arnett went to Summerdale Park School for his elementary years, then came up to Sterling, was a great basketball player for the Knights throughout the COVID year. Brother, obviously, Zion Arnett. Galasso, this game, has 29 points. The junior guard just willing his team along. 1.8 seconds left here. Not sure really what Cherokee's going to do. I think Sterling would probably just play a man here with little time left. Birdie's going to take the inbound for Cherokee. Marcus Johnson in front of him. They put the lanky number 20. They fire this one. Walker looks to take this one off to Galasso, but that one not enough on it. Well, honestly, well schemed there for Cherokee.
Yeah.
And we're going to go to a second overtime, ladies and gentlemen.
Goodness me.
Honestly, well schemed there. You know, with 1.8 seconds, shocking what they were able to do there. Just a bullet of a pass from Birdie. Walker with the quick pass, and then Galasso. Well, unfortunately, with his third missed three of the day, but
he's 9 for 12.
Yeah.
It's a very impressive resume to have.
So, quick little timeout between the overtimes. Again, second overtime now between Cherokee and Sterling. And if you want to keep track of stuff happening here at Sterling, you can follow our athletic director, Ken Ciano, at Go Knights Sports. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram, once again, to follow our sports at Go Knights Sports. So thank you all for tuning in here for this little holiday extravaganza. I'm Daniel Leakin, joined by Max Zubak, going into the second overtime now between Sterling and Cherokee. And, I mean, Max, we knew these teams would be evenly matched, but for two overtimes to happen, this has been pretty crazy.
It's been a gift. It's fitting for the season. And it's been really fun to call it because you never know what's going to happen. Both these teams have such talented shooters, good game plans that really mesh well against one another. It's hard to predict where the game's going to go. Neither of us had figured it was going to go to two overtimes, let alone one.
Something that has shocked me a little bit is Schmidt, I don't think, has touched the ball at all since since the second half. I mean, I don't think in first overtime he even made contact with it. So it's going to be interesting. They got to try and get him involved in the game plan. He's had 10 on the day. He had the hot hand earlier in the game. Didn't really miss one either. So I'm wondering what Coach Behringer's thinking. Arnett now off to Borsch, gives it off to Johnson. Johnson to Arnett. Arnett off to Johnson. Johnson scanning. Schmidt is in the corner. Gives it off to Schmidt. Schmidt fakes the shot. Schmidt driving in. Gives it off to Borsch. This one almost stolen away by Cherokee. That one goes out of bounds. I like the play by Schmidt, who almost made the pass underneath to Borsch. Well read there by Judd Holt. It's going to be a Sterling inbound pass once again. So now this one underneath to Zion Arnett. He draws the foul there on Jeremiah Shields.
Take a look at it. He gave himself some time. Excuse me. Gives himself some time to look for the pass, finds one through the lane there that was given by the Cherokee Chiefs defense. And a nice drawn foul to possibly get it to 58 to 56 over Cherokee.
Arnett now, 12 points on the day. He's had a couple of big free throws. These are his biggest yet. Misses the first. Sterling missing one too many free throws throughout this game, which has put them behind just a little bit. Arnett now misses his second. Arnett was perfect on his 3 free throws when he got the foul from the three-point line, but missed those 2. So now Cherokee with the ball once again. Galasso with it. Going against Johnson. Makes a nice move, trying to cut away. Gets it off to Holt. Holt for 3. Doesn't go. Rebound there by Schmidt. Foul there on Darwin Walker. Take a look at the replay.
Well, you see Galasso get it off to Holt. Holt shoots under pressure. Travis gets it, and you see a bit of a tug on the back of the jersey of Schmid by Walker there. Gives him more shot opportunities.
Schmid, the Gooner, needs to make these free throws. It's Cherokee in the bonus, so is Sterling, so he is sent to the line. And Makes the first one. Schmid now shooting his second. And banks it home. Nice shots there by the Gooner. Sterling now up by 2. Holt now has it for Cherokee, taking it up the court. Holt going against Johnson. Holt out to Fuchsia. Nice screen there by Walker. Fuchsia now cutting into the lane. Fuchsia trends up a floater. Nice rebound there by Schmid. And ball stays in possession of Sterling. Schmid, 2 clutch free throws and a big rebound, but Sterling maintains possession.
Fuchsia with a lot of good room to work with. He just can't quite make the shot happen. And then Golasso with a foul is kind of shoves down Schmid going for the rebound. I think it was, well, not intentional, still happened. And 2 more shot opportunities for Schmid.
Post timeout. You can follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV19. We'll have live updates of all the games and, of course, all the fun things that happen here at Sterling. So make sure you guys go follow us on Twitter or X at SterlingTV19. Second overtime here between Cherokee and Sterling. 58-56 the score. Golasso with that last foul had 29 points on the day. And it looks like Golasso had to get subbed out. I'm not sure if he fouled out yet, but he may have, but he's not on the court. Career high for Golasso, the 29. Schmid nails it. Schmid now up to 12 points on the day. I asked for his name, and here he is with a couple of big free throws. Misses his second, though. Sterling now up by 3. So looks like Camito is going to be the one navigating the offense now in grade 11. Camito now cutting into the lane, looking for a pass, gives it off to Fuchsia. Gives it off to Holt. Holt now with the screen, goes the other way. Holt finds Camito. Camito now driving into the lane. Camito getting triple team, gives it off to Holt. Holt for 3. Doesn't go. Rebound there by Borsch. Schmid up to Arnett. Arnett settles it. Arnett for the layup. He gets it in. And then a quick timeout by Coach Behringer.
And yet another play there by Borsch. Gets it out to Schmid and makes a long ball over to Arnett, who has nothing but court in front of him. He makes it through. 5-point game now. And it's slowly, it's obviously not surely, but they're slowly pulling away in this second overtime period.
14 points by Arnett. A big assist there from Travis Schmid, who's been all over the court during this second half of overtime, right after I just said we haven't seen a lot of Schmid. And the positive version of the announcer's jinx happened.
Let's say his name and here he appears. Travis Schmid is Joe Hendry.
That's a good one. So this holiday extravaganza here at Sterling Channel 19 between Cherokee and Sterling has turned into a much longer game than I think any of us have thought. Second overtime now, 61-56. Back and forth in terms of the lead, and just some great high school hoops between Sterling and Cherokee.
This is a game that, especially for people who had the performances like Golasso, this is the scouts game. This is what you look at.
Golasso did foul out in this one, which is unfortunate for Cherokee. Hot hand isn't even the word for it. He's like the sun for this.
He was the Human Torch, man.
Yeah. He will be on our post-game show. 29 points for the young man. A little bit of a fumble there by Camito. He now takes it up for Cherokee. Chiefs now give it over to Fuchsia. Fuchsia up to Walker. Walker has it. He looks underneath. That's going to be in Sterling possession. Great defense, and their offense looking kind of stale without Golasso.
But this defense is going full court pressure. It's called for. They're going to have to work around it.
Nice long ball pass there, looking for Travis Schmid, taken away there by the Chiefs. This one off to Fuchsia. Fuchsia looks underneath. Great play there by Borsch. Julian Johnson has it. Johnson going towards the rim. lays it in. Sterling
up by 7.
Fuchsia now. Off to Camito. Camito to Walker. Walker moving in. Takes the midi. Knocks it down. Borsch finds Arnett. Arnett now moving up. Arnett cutting towards the lane. Arnett lays it in. 16 points on the day for Arnett. Fuchsia now gets over to Walker. Walker looking out. This one goes back to Fuchsia. Fuchsia now with a minute left. Gives it off to Camito. Camito now driving into the lane. Good defense by Sterling. Borsch looking for the rebound. This one rebounded by Holt, and he gets it in. So an injury timeout there for Jeremiah Shields. He pops up.
Looks like he might have got poked in the eye there during the go-up. See.
Looks like he just stumbled down. He twisted his ankle.
Looks like he held for the face, though. Whatever happened, he seems to be all right. It's going to take a second.
Yeah, he's going to come out this game. Cooper Birdie subbing in here for Cherokee. Sterling up by 5. 52 seconds left here for the Knights. Has an inbound opportunity. Arnett to Borsch. Borsch back to Arnett. Arnett now trying to move up. Finds Camardo. Camardo now to Schmid. Schmid pulls up a midi. Won't go. Sterling can't rebound it. Back on the offensive is Cherokee. Cherokee driving towards the lane. Zion Arnett gets fouled.
Still only has 2 to take, though, so it will be a 3-point game after the fact. If we take a look, it's a really good drive off of a missed opportunity, and Azan just kind of mistimes the swat there.
Looked like a miscommunication on the rebound there by Sterling. It was Julian Johnson and Josh Borsch both went up for it, and they knocked it out of each other's hands right into Camito's hands, and that was just poor communication between the two players right there. Camito now shooting 2. Nails his first one. Camito a sub in for Galasso, who fouled out of this contest. 35 seconds left here for the Chiefs, down by 4. Camito with a big second shot here for Cherokee. He misses, but Cherokee gets the rebound. Out to Holt. Holt gets blocked there by Borsch. Tips off of Cherokee. It's going to be an inbound pass here for Sterling.
Well, this, first of all, good rebound. It looked like a definite foul for 3 shots, but didn't get called. And it goes off and gives Sterling the ball, but still full court press, so they're not out of the woods yet.
This one gets out to Johnson. Johnson looking towards Borsch. Nice play by Holt. Borsch has it. Gives it off to Schmid. Schmid now for the layup. He gets it in. 20 seconds left. Cherokee moving down the court. 6-point lead for Sterling. Fuchsia off to Birdie. Birdie now to Fuchsia. Fuchsia for 3. Knocks it down. 3-point lead for Sterling. 9.8 seconds left.
Timeout taken. I mean, it really should have been stolen there by Holt, but just couldn't get there. And Schmid gets a 2, lightly tapped off the backboard. And then a very nice 3 that cuts it from a 6-point game that looked pretty out of reach with the amount of time they had into a 3-point game, which we know they can shoot 3s.
What a game this has been.
Take a look at that last 3 before the timeout. He gets real open. Camardo really can't get there in time.
So a 3-point lead here for the Knights. 9.8 seconds remain. Take a look one more time at that Fuchsia shot.
We saw Camardo tried to prioritize a steal and couldn't make the turn in time. It was a good decision that just couldn't quite transfer quick enough, and then shortens the lead to 3 once more.
So the last game before the holiday break, definitely an eventful one here. We had girls basketball last Tuesday. They unfortunately fell to Audubon. Then we had girls basketball last Thursday where they beat West Deptford. Wrestling, who they unfortunately lost to Glassboro. There is Luis Galasso, definitely the player of the game here for Cherokee. And then this unbelievable Sterling game between them and Cherokee.
Full of drama.
Yeah. Surprised Brian McLernan wouldn't watch it. Players from both teams will be here for the post game. Arnett to Johnson. Johnson gets fouled. 8.4 seconds left now, and Johnson needs to hit both, or at least one.
Yeah, he definitely needs to at least make it not a one-possession game. That'll help a lot, because then your defense can do all the stalling you need. The thing about Julian Johnson is he definitely is very aware of the situation. He's not going to stress himself too much about getting both, but he knows he just needs one, and they could have this game won. And there it is.
Johnson with 11 points per game this season, 13 last year. Definitely one of the stars for this Sterling team, shining extremely bright throughout the years, and he knocks down his second 5-point lead here for the Knights, 69-64. Cherokee now moving up the court. Birdie ripping a three. That one won't go. Sterling can't get the rebound. Walker gets it over to Fuchsia. Fuchsia rips one, and Sterling has won it! Took regulation and 2 overtimes, but your Sterling Silver Knights have taken down the Cherokee Chiefs. What a matchup. What a game, what a day. Sterling comes out with the victory. We're going to cut to a post-game where we'll see a couple of the players from both teams. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be right back.
Hey, Liz. What's up? Hey, Maddie.
Why are you wearing Crocs?
They're so comfortable. You should really get a pair.
Maddie, take them off. They're so ugly.
Three days later.
Hi. Hey. You're wearing Crocs? You're wearing sneakers? I thought you said those were ugly.
Well, I guess they are kind of comfy.
Do you want these? You definitely want these, right? I really think you want these cookies.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
No. No. No.
regulation and 2 overtime, Sterling takes the win 69-64 over the Cherokee Chiefs. And I'm here with Coach Behringer. Now, Coach, Cherokee definitely a very, very good squad. And you guys came in 2 days before Christmas, delivered all the fans a present. How does that feel for you and the guys?
Oh, it's great. It's great for our team, right? Our team stuck together. We wanted to, to work together, work more together, and they did a great job, man. It's a fun team to coach.
I was just about to mention that. Talk about the team dynamic this year. Just so many scorers and so many different levels. And how do you get all of them to cooperate? And they're all very coachable guys, but cooperate and play like a team.
Well, that's the biggest thing, right? They all have to continue to trust each other because, guys can score at any level. And when we're doing that and we're moving the ball, it's great. But how do you get them to do that? It's just get them to just move the basketball and understand it will come back, right? If they don't feel like it's going to come back, any person's not going to want to play hard. But, just try to get them to move the basketball and trust each other.
And, with a team like Cherokee that had a hot hand in Galasso, scored 29, how do you keep the players in check, keep them focused on the main goal when someone is going ballistic on the offensive side of the ball against you guys?
Well, we've told our kids time and time that, you can guard. We have guys that can guard, anyone, right? Eric, Coach Cassidy does a great job of getting Galasso open, and finding it and isolating him. And Galasso is a really good scorer. But, when our defense, when we're not talking and we're miscommunicating, a lot of bad things happen. But they did a good job today.
Thank you for coming on, Coach Behringer. Happy holidays.
Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody.
So next I'm going to have Julian Johnson come on the broadcast. You can stand to my left. That would be awesome. Now, Julian, you guys faced a lot of adversity in this game. You had a high hand on the other team. You guys came back, responded well. How do you feel you guys played in the contest today?
I feel like we played good. A little bit of stuff we got to clean up, and it's all going to come together.
Now, just something I want to mention to you personally. I've known you for quite some time, and I know playing with a Zion and Amari, you guys have played for such a long time together. And how does it feel to enter your senior year with those two standing beside you?
It feels good. Everybody on this team, we've been waiting for this year for a long time, and it's going to be big.
And taking down the Cherokee Chiefs, a team that historically has been just so good, what does that mean for you guys and your team morale?
It feel good. It feel good to take a team like that down, and we're going to keep going.
I appreciate you coming on, Julian. Congratulations. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Next, I'm going to have Zion Arnett come on the broadcast here. The Zion's had a great season so far. The leading points per game scorer for this Sterling team, led the team in points today as well. Now, Zion, just like I mentioned to Julian, Cherokee, historically such a great team. You guys take them down. How does that feel for you guys in the team?
No, it feels great. A lot of people, they doubt what we can do. But as a team, we know we can stick with these teams.
And so you're a very good defensive guy, matched up against Galasso for a lot of the game. And when he's scoring, almost at will, how do you keep yourself in check? How do you keep yourself in the game and focused at the end goal?
I just know if I bring myself down, I bring my team down too. So I gotta stay at a high level.
And just some of the things. What are some of the things you guys are looking to clean up going into next game? Something that just seemed a little off today that you guys are looking to pounce on in next practice.
The most thing that we look to work on is turnovers. We turn the ball over too much as a team. We played them in a scrimmage. We were with them. We limit our turnovers. We win.
I appreciate you coming on, Zion. Happy holidays. Next, it's going to be Travis Schmid. Travis, I've seen this face a lot in terms of soccer. First time you can come to, You've seen him now in the basketball uniform. Now, Travis, again, I mentioned it to those two guys. I'm going to mention it to you too. Story of the game is that hot hand from Galasso. How do you keep yourself in check, in focus, when someone is just scoring like that?
That was ridiculous. That kid, his shot was just pure today. We had to fight over screens, obviously. They ran a lot of good stuff for him. Cherokee's a great team. We just had to know that, if he got it, there's probably a really good chance the ball was going to go in. So we just had to make it up offensively and just do all we can defensively. So, yeah.
Now, Travis, we saw it a lot last year, and I'm going to point it out again because this year you were marched up against Darwin Walker, who was the big guy for their team, standing at 6'3", committed for football for Princeton, and you did quite well going against someone who is a little bit taller than you. What is your key to success? How do you get those guys taller than you and kind of break them down inside the paint?
You have to stay low. You have to match the physicality. If he tries to back me down, I gotta plant my feet, not let it happen. I knew I was gonna have to empty the tank on defense because that kid's a big kid, and you just gotta match him match their physicality and just stay aggressive like I did on those boards at the end.
And I mean, Travis, you weren't used quite a lot in that first half of overtime, but that second half, you came in big when needed. I mean, talk about staying, making sure you're ready, even though you weren't used as much when you were a little colder.
Stay focused. I knew my time was going to come, whether it was on a free throw line, a layup, a three-pointer defensively. I stayed ready, trusted my guys. Julian's a great shooter. Zion facilitates very well. I trusted them, and I knew, Julian had the hot hand, so got to trust him to knock down those threes. And I'm glad that they trusted me when my time came.
Thank you for coming on, Travis. Happy holidays. Thank you for coming on. Wrapping it up. So we're going to cut away just for one moment, and then we're going to go grab Galasso and Coach Cassidy, and we'll be right back at you guys.
Is this seat taken?
Yes, it is.
Well, what about this one?
This one's taken too.
What about this one? They're all taken. Well, where am I supposed to sit?
Not with us. Go sit over there.
So we're back here with Cherokee player Luis Galasso. Now, man, we talked about you the whole time. We talked about you even a little bit for their post games. Now we get to talk to you. I mean, what was going right for you today, man?
Well, I mean, first of all, congrats to Sterling, man. They're a great organization, great team. They're coaching their players, amazing. They just got the best of us today, basically. But I thankfully found the bottom of the rim today. But that was really it.
Now, when you're hot like that, it's easy, take those heat check shots. I mean, kind of go a little bit out of your zone. How do you keep yourself focused, concentrated, and making sure that you take these shots that are going to benefit your team?
Well, it's all around my coaches and my players, around me. Like they are giving me the ball. They're finding me in the open spot. They're running the right play, and it's just all about the team and finding me. That's all it is.
Now, even though you guys lost, what do you have to say about your team? I mean, just such a great team, physical team. You guys played so well against Sterling. I mean, what are some words you guys have to say?
I mean, Sterling, they're a strong team. They didn't give up, and we didn't give up either. We had some rough shots at the end, and it wasn't the best ending, but we fought through it. I'm proud of my team. And
then for a personal note, 29 points today, career high. I mean, what does that mean for you and just going on for your whole basketball career?
I'm glad I got 29, but it's just another game, and I'm gonna move on.
Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Congratulations. Happy holidays. So next I'm gonna have Coach. Now, Coach Cassidy, even though you guys lost, the team stuck through it till the very, very end. I mean, what are some words you have to say about your team and the guys this year wearing Cherokee Chiefs?
Before I get started with our team, Justin's my boy. Been known him for a long time. He did a great job. He always does here. What a great hire Sterling got when they hired this guy. So I don't mind if I have to lose. I'd rather lose to him. But yeah, our kids played hard. It was one of those games with back forth. Anybody could have won it. They made some more plays than we did. They had some key free throws. Give those guys credit over there. Sterling did a nice job. But our kids battled. We'll get better. Early on the road, Monday, 1 o'clock, so it's like one of those things where like some of the kids might have been a little sleepy, but we'll fix it and we'll get better.
Now, I mean, we've mentioned him a ton of times. This probably is going to sound like a worn-out recorder at this point, but Galasso, what are some words you have to say about his game today and just how on fire and dialed in he was?
He's a worker. I mean, he competes. He wants to get better, and he's very coachable. He's one of our captains, and he sets the tone the right way. It's nice when your captains are your hardest workers. They lead by example, and that's what he does, along with Judd Holt as well, our 2 captains. But, yeah, I mean, the kid works his butt off every day. Not selfish. Hit some big shots for us. I mean, he was really on time. We tried to draw some stuff up for him, and he converted. But, yeah, he did a nice job tonight.
Now, I mean, you guys played amazing basketball today, but, I mean, obviously didn't come out with the win. What are some things that you're looking just to improve on just in general for your Cherokee going on?
We lost 10 seniors, so a lot of these kids, just first time playing varsity basketball early on, just learning from your mistakes and moving on and just continue to get better. I always say it's not a marathon. I mean, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And with basketball, it is. You got to, like, flush this, practice tomorrow, and get ready for the next game. But I'm proud of my guys. They competed. Great basketball game. And we'll just continue to get better.
Thanks for coming on, Coach. Good luck for the rest of the season. Happy holidays.
Tag K, happy holidays.
So that's going to do it here on Sterling Channel 19's Holiday Extravaganza. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thank you to both teams for coming on to the post game. Happy holidays to everyone. Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever anyone celebrates, happy Hanukkah or happy holidays. And for everyone who celebrates Christmas, Merry Christmas to all, and to all, go Knights.